Home Minister suggests that he continuously wants to facilitate some sort of dialogue with the Maoists. It is the Maoist leaders who refuse to sit in dialogue.
Oh, I see. It is always easy, you see, to blame the other side. If you want to open a dialogue, there has to be a separate move. You cannot talk, you see.
What kind of move would that be?
The government knows what sort of moves are necessary. How did you know, you see, that the government was moving towards a dialogue with the Alpha? How do you know, you see, that in Kashmir, when he talks of silent diplomacy, he is not already having some sort of backroom talks? I welcome them, these talks, these efforts. But why not with the Maoists?
I mean, Mr. Bardhan, the government says the Maoists don't want to sit in dialogue with them. The Maoists say they will only sit in dialogue if some of their demands are met. The government says those demands cannot be met. Dialogue first.
Dialogue means dialogue on demands. Dialogue does not start, first of all, by conceding the demands. That is not my point of view.
So you differ from the Maoist leaders on that point?
Huh?
You differ from the Maoist leaders on that point?
No, I differ with them on 100 points. I only say, you see, that they have been growing, and it has been proved now beyond any doubt that police action has not succeeded in curbing them. In fact, they have been growing in the recent days. So much so that the Prime Minister talks of a great threat. Then I asked the Prime Minister, you have been operating against them all these years. How is it they have become a greater threat? Is it not a proof, you see, that tactics is not succeeding and it may not succeed? Therefore, talk. The Maoists are totally wrong. As far as their tactics are concerned, the way they are moving, they are, you see, tactics of killing people, innocent people, burning their houses, raiding offices, ransacking offices. That is not the way.
Let's go back to Bengal for one moment. Many people even within Bengal believe that, in fact, the battle against Maoist violence in Bengal, more than about development, more than about the violence itself, more than about other reconstructive work in remote areas, it has now become irretrievably between Mamata Banerjee and Buddhadev Bhattacharya. The actual work, the battle against Maoist violence is getting derailed because of this ego clash.
Which is another way of saying, you see, that Mamata Banerjee is shielding the Maoists. Which is another way of saying that she is in league with the Maoists. Because as far as nobody has heard of Trinamool people being killed by the Maoists. But everybody, even the newspaper headlines, even the news every day speak, you see, of communists being killed by Maoists.
When you see the Maoists, ostensibly Maoist leaders, Maoist activists, killing people of the communist parties in Bengal, what does that contradiction say to you?
No, it only shows that they are not communists in the proper sense. They call themselves the CPI Maoists, but the tactics that they follow are not tactics of real revolutionaries. That is not the way that the Indian revolution will succeed. That is not the way, you see, that socialism can come, presuming that that is also their objective.
It doesn't say to you that even the great cause of communism in Bengal has actually now failed?
You see, look here, Bengal is one state in the Indian Union. There is an Indian constitution. Policies, social, economic, you see, all these policies are decided by the center. They are not decided, you see, by the state government in West Bengal. It has to function within those limitations. Therefore, what is the question of failure of communism?
Bengal has faced ostensible Naxal/Maoist violence before. Siddhartha Shankar Rai, the infamous chief minister of Bengal, ended it with pure bullet power.
Yeah.
At that time, a lot of left leaders decried in some senses, the state repression, which Siddhartha Shankar Rai insisted was the only weapon he had in his favor to end the violence. He was effectively able to end it, though, in that way.
Did he?
In many ways he did, didn't he?
How does Maoism come about then?
30 years later, sir.
So then it only means that it was not rooted out. And we decried that, and we decry this also.
You're essentially saying the bullet power that was used then cannot be used successfully again today.
It was not successful then, it won't be successful now.
One of your prize states in Bengal, where already your hold is considerably weak than it used to be for the last 30 years, this
Anyway,
violence is further weakening your
As
hold.
far as our hold is concerned, it remains to be seen. I do not believe you see in prophets of doom. It remains to be seen. And all the prophets of doom have proved themselves wrong, you see, in course of time. Because it is the people who decide everything, and the people who will decide even in West Bengal. We will accept what decision the people take. When history will be written, you will see that many of the industrialists, so-called, have been paying the Maoists also.